Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.
What is going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this Zombicide Invader, the basics. I'm going to call it the basics. Now, I'm going to be filming the first mission, which is already set up, as you can see before you. It's the tutorial one. It's called Breach. I've been flipping through the rulebook back and forth endlessly. I've already played through it to see how it goes. Does it play differently from classical Zombicide? Yes, it does. Is it more streamlined? Yes, it is. Is it better? In my opinion, yes, it is. Anyway, they've obviously taken on board certain feedback from the previous editions anyway. We'll start with the, setting up. You've now got your character cards in these handy little, I don't know what you call them, tiles, which hold your character. We'll choose this one because it's the nearest one. This is one of the survivors called Vivian, as you can see. The experience tracker goes along the bottom there. You can put your equipment in here. You've got two hands, obviously, to hold, and some items allow you to connect things to a weapon, and that goes sideways under the weapon, and it's written down the side in a way that you can read it. So you can do that. I'll come onto the cards a bit in a moment. You have two body that you wear, like armor or that kind of thing, which help you, which you can place, and it'll tell you on the card where you can position it. Then you have a backpack, 3, 4, 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just had to double check. 5 items you can put in there. Each character has its skills alongside. You got these handy little peg things now. So starting off in the blue, because you've got no experience, she has one skill, which is Taunt. Skills are, similar in nature to the ones that you know and love. And down the side though, you've got your hit points. And for Vivian, she's a civilian, which is indicated by this here. If it's red, as in this case of this one here, you're a soldier. And if it's like orange or yellow, whatever you call it there, you'll see that's a civilian. And you get more hit points than you did in the original Zombicide. Well, a lot of the characters do, a lot of them don't. Yes, but I mean, look at this guy, for instance. He's got 6 hit points. He's a soldier, he's got really tough armor. So he's kind of like a tank. So he can take a lot of damage. This one here has got 3. In general, you've got more wounds that you can take. Sounds good, right? Yeah. It's a lot harder than the original Zombicide. I will say that. And I've just noticed, you can't see it here, but my phone camera is picking up Vivian's face as facial recognition. That's cool, I like that. Anyway, cards, right. In this game, you have things called bots and machines. You've got 2 here. You've got a Peacekeeper bot here. You may have seen previous videos. And you've got a sentry machine gun type thing. You may remember that sort of thing from films like Aliens. Their cards you keep out because they can be controlled by anybody, any player. Okay. Now we're dealing with the core box. There are other ones you can get. There are other bots and machines you can get. We won't worry about those. Setting up then. The game gives you 6 dice, which is all you really need for this core set, at least. I'm fortunate enough to have one of these Zombicide organizer boxes to keep all your tokens and things in. Take out all the things you need first. You will need all the noise tokens now. There was a habit of getting complacent in the classical Zombicide of not bothering with the noise. You just kind of knew more or less where it was. It didn't seem worth putting it. Now you need to put them down in this otherwise you'll lose track of how to operate the Xenos side. First player token. Not really relevant if you're playing solo, because as you may remember from the classical Zombicide, players had to go in a certain order, then the token gets passed to the next player, who then operates their players in a certain order. In this game, your players can operate their players in any order. It doesn't really matter. So as a solo player, I can operate any of the 6 survivors in any order I want. Sounds like you get loads of advantages, but believe you me, you need them. Cards, I'm also fortunate enough to have one of these deck holder things for Zombicide. Really, really handy. Make sure you shuffle the cards well when you get the game, because they're all kind of clumped together in their groups. Your spawning cards and your equipment cards, which can also spawn. And it can spawn on these, which is mold. Now, this is something new that I've never come across before. This game spawns mold. Well, the Abomination, this guy here, he spawns mold inside corridors and rooms when he goes. Doesn't spawn them outside, but as he moves along, he creates this mold, which when it's active can create Xenos. Now this tutorial game starts with 3 mold areas, you can see there, and 2 spawn zones. They're separate. So when you search for equipment, bear in mind that could also spawn on all active all active mold zones. Unless you destroy it with Hellfire, it's active, okay? I won't go into all the ins and outs of what it does with doors and so on, but doors is another thing you need to get out before the game. Your door tokens. There are coloured ones as well. That depends on what mission you're playing, but to begin with, you'll just need the neutral ones. There are 5 of them. Now this is important because in your player's go, it's a free action. You can, all the doors inside the complex are open, but you can spend a free action and close the door. Can a Xenos get through it? Yeah, of course they can. They can destroy it, but that costs them an action, so it can slow them down. So it's worth noting that as a point of tactical decision. The beginning game also starts with all the Xenos types on the board. The workers there, you've got the tank there, they are 2 wounds, another worker and a hunter there. Obviously you don't start with the Abomination, that would be ludicrous. But anyway, gameplay is very similar to Zombicide, the classic game, and we'll come on to that on another video. But for now, also set up your dice rolling area. I've got a dice tray there, which I will be using for the video of the tutorial run through. And hopefully, the other thing you'll need to get out ready are these tokens. These are machine or bot activation tokens. If you activate them, they count as a noise token, and the Xenos can destroy them. If you don't activate them, they ignore it. It's just another hunk of metal in the complex, and they will run past it or walk past it or whatever they do. Alright, but if you activate them, and there is one character who can remote control, Mitsuki, she has a remote control bot, so she can control this dude here, and yeah, he can move about, and she can do actions while attacking and so on, moving. That's about it for the basics. There are more, obviously, line of sight, blah blah blah, different things. Oh yeah, searching is another thing which I'll just mention here. I'll probably mention it in the other video as well. Civilian characters can search in any room, alright? But soldier characters can only search in these red rooms here, these security rooms. Alright, so that's very important. But civilians can search in any room at all. And if you open I will say this now. Opening a door, if doors are closed, does not spawn in every room and zone like it does in the classic Zombicide. That just does not happen here. And to be frank, it doesn't need to. It really doesn't. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this episode of Zombicide Invader, the basics. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now, folks. Bye-bye.